It's not a TDI if it isn't giving you tons of little headaches and issues. The ones we're going to be looking at today are the N75 valve, which is right here, and I've disconnected. I'm getting some kind of random boost. It doesn't seem to be as strong as it used to be and takes a bit longer to build into it. This is a valve that I took from a car at the wrecker, and I thought it would fix my problem, but it seems like it's not working the best again, so I'm going to switch in a different one, which is actually my original one. And you can see I fixed it with some JB Weld because one of these vacuum nipples broke off of it. I'm going to throw this back on and see if that changes my boost at all. And if it does, then I know the valve is the problem and I can order the proper replacement part. I already lost one of the nuts off camera down into the car. So that's typically your first step, is you want to lose something, ideally in the engine bay. You don't want to forget to plug it back in like I almost did. One thing I will be doing is ordering a new N75 valve for this car to hopefully fix that slight annoyance. Here's our next issue. Yeah. Now the coolant problem. I've already replaced this coolant bubble because it had a slight leak in it. When I shut off the car, I would hear hissing and there would be a big puddle of coolant on the ground underneath. But now I'll fill it up right to the perfect amount that it needs, and it'll still use it on the ground. Right now it sits at a pretty stable level, but the gauge always shows that it's low in the car. I didn't have this problem before I changed out my thermostats. I think that was last winter, because I was having some heating problems, and I accidentally, well, it wasn't my fault, they gave me the wrong value. It was too low. It was a lot lower than what I wanted, so it would open sooner. So I think that may be where this issue lies. So if I actually get 192 or 95, I can't remember what the degree is, but that thermostat might help me out. For now though, I know that this is sitting at a decent level, and if I just check it, I know it's fine. It's definitely not overheating. Now you've reached the part of the video where there's actually going to be some results. Not that. Something else from Princess Auto. Picked up these hinges from Princess Auto to fix this armrest center console latch thing. I've tried fixing it multiple times, you can see, and they just keep on breaking off. I've had enough, so I decided I'm just going to put a hinge in here and screw it on there. Before I screw anything together, I want to kind of mock it up and make sure everything will fit. Which, looking at it, I believe it should. Looks like it'll work. The only potential problem I'm seeing, which looks like a real problem, these screw holes are too far apart. They hit these holes and don't go there. So I'm going to need to drill some new holes in here. Now you can see my perfectly drilled holes that line up exactly and were measured with the utmost precision. I tried adding some penetrating oil and then some silicone lubricant to loosen this hinge up, but as you can see, the finest hinges Princess Auto sells are not the best quality. But now I think it's ready to be screwed in place. We'll max this out all the way pushed into here and then screw that in. That will give a better shot of having it line up. Well, I'll get that as centered as I can with my precision eyes, and then immediately slip off. This stupid plastic piece I tried to fix is in the way. Wow, it's strong when you don't want it to be. Get the mighty pocket pliers to the rescue. There we go. And see if it went through the other side. And luckily it did not. So now the problem I'm seeing, I kind of worried about this, is that it won't latch anymore. and it did get shifted too far this way that it will not. I was hoping it would clear this, but it does not. So I think I'm going to need to take it off and just cut these pieces right out. Now, if that isn't the definition of precision, I don't know what is. Turned out decently for using an angle grinder with a cutoff disc as a sanding means. Here goes with the new location. I slid it forward a little bit, just enough so it would clear the old screw holes. And now we'll see if that was the perfect amount. It actually appears to have been exactly what I needed. Now, it's just time to attach this onto here. Thinking I'm going to center this like that, and then lift it up ever so slightly so that it doesn't hit as it goes down. And then I'll see if it works. I've only got so many shots of this because I can't make that many screw holes. But I think just using my eyes will be sufficient. Okay. Oh, look at that. Not even close. Way off and skewed, but it does shut and stay shut. I'm thinking I can loosen these off, kind of pull it to one side. I made it a little better. Now this side needs to go down, that side needs to go up. These holes I drilled are basically the exact same size as the screws, and the screws are meant for wood, so they kind of have that countersinking ability. So they just try to pull right where they want to sit. So there's, oh, maybe I got a little bit of movement there. Well, I didn't shut that time. Shut that time. Shut. It takes a bit more there. It's just the force that actually pushes it in. Thinking I might be fine with that. But now I see the screws went through on the back. And it sits very terribly on the back. Wow, that looks awful. It is far from lined up. But I think it's better than what I had before. I was looking at the records to get a whole new one of these units, but they were either leather or beige or a different color, or just not what I was after. So I didn't get one. And I don't really care about this because I always see junk Mark IVs that I could probably steal this from, but I feel like they'd all have this problem of these being broken. So I think that's a decent fix. We'll see one more time if it'll shut. Perfect. I think that's a great way to wrap up this video of just creating more problems.